We got more action coming out against crypto from the likes of the SEC and other alphabet agencies. We have XRP finding a new home as XRP receives a new listing. I'll tell you more about that. And I'm going to bring you up to speed with the latest news in the crypto Web3 space. Markets are surprisingly green, but that's all just because they had to digest some nasty action from Paxos and the SEC along with Kraken. Bitcoin sitting at 22,134, ETH 1553. XRP highlighted the show, 37.82% up in the last 24 hours. Citadel Securities discloses hefty stake in struggling Silvergate. When the FTX crash happened, Gary Gensler was out there and he said, hey, look, if you have any exposure to FTX or anything associated with FTX, you are required to let us know. Fill out a form 13G and disclose your crypto losses. Billionaire Ken Griffin's behemoth Citadel Securities has declared a 5.5% stake in Silvergate Capital worth around $25 million, according to a new filing with the SEC. Do you want to find the most recent filings for the SEC? Well, as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. But you can also use Edgar, and that's what I did, to find Form 13G filed by Citadel Securities. This shows you right here the losses that they incurred and ties in exactly with this article. In a Form 13G, Citadel disclosed it bought up to 1.6 million shares in the struggling crypto-friendly bank December 31st. Silvergate has suffered heavy losses since its largest customers, FTX and Alameda Research, went bankrupt, and there was a bank run on that action. And remember, CFTC, Rostam Behnam out there was like, guess what? We're so proud, and the senators were too. They were all like, we're so proud that there was no exposure to traditional finance with this crypto fallout. Well, that's obviously wrong because Silvergate is struggling, and Citadel now has ties to it. Paxos ready to vigorously litigate over the SEC's well-known as Paxos Trust Company. The issuing entity of Binance USD BUSD stablecoin has responded to the Wells notice issued by the United States SEC. In its response, Paxos categorically disagreed with the allegations made by the SEC, stating that BUSD is an unregistered security. Now, hearing this nasty action from the SEC, look at the BUSD market cap over the last 7 days. We were rocking here at 16.1 billion, and you have seen a pullout of over 500 million. Yep, that's right, everyone. $500 million has been pulled out here in the last 24 hours, give or take. So now we got the SEC going after Paxos with BUSD. The SEC is obviously going after Ripple Labs XRP, but expect the SEC to use its Kraken playbook to go against staking protocols. We're thinking Uphold. We're thinking Coinbase. Yep, that's right, everyone. The SEC is not done. Some observers have suggested that the SEC's action against Kraken will push users towards DeFi. Well, the SEC is coming after DeFi as well. The SEC emphasized that Kraken's staking program was custodial, pulling investors' assets together. Some on Twitter were quick to comment, this is actually great news for crypto. Hey look, SEC Gary Gensler is parroting our motto of not your keys, not your coins. This just means more decentralization of staking in POS blockchains. Oh, not so fast. Lido and Rocket Pool are innovative alternatives to centralized exchanges for staking programs, but they also pool tokens together. Pooling is essential for most retail investors to stake in Ethereum due to the minimum stake of 32 Ether. Now we're talking about Ethereum staking. Is that going to be next on Gary Gensler's radar with unregistered securities? Now XRP action. Whales move $500 million XRP as this exchange announces the listing. Well, guess what? Fuel Hash, a Japan-based crypto exchange, announced the listing of XRP as a trading pair. It will also list the XRP under its Earn Lending program. Kind of crazy, isn't it, that you've got the United States shutting it down, but then you got Japan over here saying, no, let's list it. This works for our financial tools and methods. And so, yes, XRP being listed on Fuel Hash is not a big deal. But the reason I brought this up is to show you that right now, this is breaking news. This just happened. That right now, you've got countries like Japan being pro-crypto, pro-XRP, while you have the SEC over here, United States, going after everything under the sun with crypto, dampening its growth efforts. How different of a situation do we have XRP in Japan versus XRP in crypto in the United States? And this is where the problem becomes. This is where when we start looking at the heat map, we have to start asking ourselves, all right, If the US cannot get it together, which seems pretty apparent when it comes to crypto regs and getting crypto to come to the US to build and develop Web3 solutions, what kind of effect is that going to have in the broader crypto market? Awesome. XRP listed on Fuel Hash. Great. But that's nowhere near the volume that the US market brings. From a GDP standpoint, the United States represents just about 24% of global GDP. So yes, Fuel Hash is great, but it's nothing compared to the capital that is sitting on the sidelines right now in the United States waiting for better, more up-to-date regs and rules regarding crypto in the Web3 space. You know, CPI data came out today and it was absolutely brutal. Tomorrow, CPI data is coming out for the UK and we're hoping, fingers crossed, that it's better. The reason I bring it up is because I'm showing you out there, all of these countries are dealing with crypto in a different way. They're all dealing with inflation differently too, right? Different peaks, different valleys, different time frames, durations. Japan, super pro crypto XRP country out there. Totally in contrast to the United States, way over here in the end of the spectrum, where Jesse Powell from Kraken said, you know what? We weren't even given a heads up. They just came in, here's your fine, staking is done, end of story. But in Japan, they're like, hey, look, we can do some crypto staking action with XRP directly. What do you guys think? Crypto earn program. So it's so different. What's considered a security, unregistered security, all that kind of stuff between country to country. So now we have to start asking ourselves, yes, if the US cannot pull their heads out of their asses, because Gary Gensler is not being reined in by Biden or the current administration, Biden and or the current administration, however you want to say it, because Congress isn't doing anything to Gensler either. They're not slapping him on the wrist saying, bad Gary, stop screwing up our industry out here in the United States. Nope, they're not doing that at all. Oh, it's frustrating stuff because the US market does have a ton of capital on the sideline waiting to get deployed. Venture capital, institutional grade money, money market action is sitting there on the sideline. But all of that money, right, is so scared to deploy because of what we're seeing with the SEC. Coinbase's Brian Armstrong is like, yeah, we're going to have to fight this one because if we lose staking, we're in deep, deep trouble. Think about that from a business, right? You have different branches making money from staking services, lending, trading, arbitrage, all that kind of stuff. Then all of a sudden government comes in, oh, one of those branches is gone. One of your mechanisms to make money is gone. F off FEC and government. Seriously, what are you doing? You're pushing all the growth and development outside of the United States, which is just frustrating. Now, granted, for my fans outside of the United States, you guys are loving this. You're like, yo, Gary Gensler, keep pissing everyone off. Send them to our country. We'll gladly accept crypto Web3 builders in our country. Frustrating stuff, everyone. Now, to get rid of frustration, I like to go car camping. Do you? No, I mean, seriously, I really do like to go car camping. Here's a video of me and my wife doing some car camping, getting away from all the craziness. In juxtaposition, here's a video right here tailored for you for crypto Web3 action. Now, until more news breaks, check out that car camping video, and you cool cats, have a great rest of your day.